This is a work in progress. Everybody take a deep breath, stay calm. Every one of these programs is going to be looked at. He didn't say, well, we're going to do a 2-year study, blah, blah, blah. He said 90 days, we're going to look at it, and it's working.
The plan sparked confusion and panic among organizations that rely on Washington for their financial lifeline. Administration officials have said federal assistance to individuals would not be affected, including Social Security, Medicare, food stamps, student loans, and scholarships. Yes, those egg prices are soaring with no relief in sight.
Minneapolis supermarket manager Mike Vickers.
It's the first time in my life that I've ever had to be kind of embarrassed on what I'm selling eggs for, and it's not our fault. We're paying today $7.45 for a dozen eggs. We're selling for $7.59. We're making 14 cents.
Customer Sage Mills had to buy eggs to make a birthday cake.
You know, it's really expensive.
The Agriculture Department predicts egg prices are going to soar another 20% this year. I'm Julie Walker.
On Wall Street, the Dow up by 136 points. The Nasdaq rose 391. The S&P advanced 55. Oil up to $73.63 a barrel. More at townhall.com.
A new president is sworn in. America's greatness is being restored. And there's breaking news every minute. Now, tens of millions of Americans are turning off Fox and CNN and tuning in to Newsmax for the breaking information they really need to know. Reuters Institute says Newsmax is one of the top news brands in America. Find it yourself on all major cable systems and on your TV or smartphone store. Just download the Newsmax app for free and start watching. You'll get great shows with Rob Schmidt, Greta Van Susteren, Rob Finnerty, and Carl Higbie, and more. Find out why millions of Americans have made the switch. Even President Trump says Newsmax is terrific, and he's watching. So make the switch to Newsmax. Check us out on cable and satellite TV or download the Newsmax app today. Watch us anytime, anywhere. Remember, Newsmax is real news for real people.
Commemorations were held to mark the 80th anniversary of the liberation of the Auschwitz concentration camp in Poland. We hear more from correspondent Donna Warder reporting.
In St. Peter's Square on Sunday, Pope Francis renewed his call for everyone to work together, he said, to eradicate the scourge of anti-Semitism, along with every form of discrimination and religious persecution. In London, 94-year-old Manfred Goldberg said he survived the Holocaust because he was seen as slave labor, but his 9-year-old brother did not and was murdered.
The mourning took place internally, but if he had refused to go to work, we would have lost our lives.
Goldberg survived the Polish concentration camp Stutthof, where more than 60,000 people died from typhus, lethal injections, or the gas chambers. I'm Donna Warder.
News and analysis at townhall.com. I'm Keith Peters. Democrat Senator Gary Peters will not run for re-election next year and will retire after more than 10 years in the Senate, saying he's ready for a new chapter. Correspondent Bernie Bennett has details.
Peters announced his plans in an interview with the Detroit News, noting that he plans to devote his post-Senate career to spending time with his family and his new grandchild who lives on the West Coast. Peters' decision to forego re-election sets battleground state Michigan up for another fight. In the 2024 election, former Democratic Senator Debbie Stabenow did not seek another term, leaving the seat a toss-up that eventually went to Democrat Senator Elisa Slotkin. Peters is one of 3 Democratic senators up for re-election in the 2026 midterms that the National Republican Senatorial Committee was planning to target. Bernie Bennett, Washington.
A year-long outbreak of tuberculosis in the Kansas City, Kansas area has taken local experts aback. The Kansas State Health Department said the outbreak has killed 2 people. More at townhall.com.
This is a special presentation of high school basketball on WEEU, the voice of Berks and beyond. High school basketball on WEEU is brought to you by
Adelphia Seafood, American Diner, Bachman's Roofing, Solar, and Remodeling, Chick-fil-A, Cross Keys Insurance, Diefenbach Snacks, Elite Fuel Service, Everything Printing, Houndstown Ready, Judd Firestone Plumbing, Kuhn Funeral Home, Overhead Door Company, Redner's Warehouse Markets, Remax Real Estate Agent Phil Macaronis, Lincoln Plumbing and Heating, Pizza Como, Reading Fight and Phil's, Savage Auto Group, Shore Stay Best Western Hotel in Reading, and Victor Emmanuel Beneficial Society.
Now for all the action, let's go courtside with Bob McCool and Rich Scarcella.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. WE's coverage of Berks County High School basketball continues. Tonight, it's a matchup within Division 3 and 4 of the Berks Boys Conference. The Oley Valley Lynx out of Division 4 and the Schuylkill Valley Panthers in Division 3. The Lynx on the outside looking in, but still with a mathematical chance. They just got to take care of business and run the table. And it starts tonight against a Schuylkill Valley team that is very much in the thick of things in Division 3. The Lynx are just 3-14 overall, but those 3 wins are all within divisional play. They are 3-6 in the division, and right now in third place in Division 4. The Panthers right now are very much at the top of the standings in Division 3 at 7-2. They're a half game behind the Wyomissing Spartans, who are 7-1. And the Panthers are also in a great position in terms of the District 3 playoffs as well. They are 12-6 overall. The Panthers have split their 2 games against the Spartans, including winning here in Leesport on Friday night by a final score of 55-50. So Schuylkill Valley looking to punch their ticket to the BCIAA playoffs as well as the District 3 playoff. That's what's on the line tonight. Our high school basketball game is presented to you by Savage Auto Group, and it's available to you for free on 830 WEEU, the voice of Berks and beyond. And as always, our coverage is available to you on our free video stream. It is at 830 WEEU Sports on YouTube, and if you like, you can also watch it on Facebook Live as well on WEU's Facebook page. Welcome back with our pregame show from Leesport. After this, it's the Lynx and the Panthers tonight on WEEU.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent is Cross Keys Insurance. Get a quote today at crosskeysins.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Hi, I'm Mike Kuhn with Kuhn Funeral Homes. Since 1937, our family has been committed to serving our community. We now have 3 active generations, as I have the honor of working with my father and son. With 5 convenient locations to serve our neighbors, Kuhn Funeral Homes continues to dedicate our family to your family. Thank you for believing in us, and we promise to always be there for you.
Whether you've got a business presentation, invitations to a special event, or even banners for the big game, Everything Printing in Gilbertsville has you covered. From design to printing, they're your local experts for business cards, flyers, publications, posters, presentation materials, and, well, just about everything. Google Everything Printing and check out their stellar reviews. The most 5-starred in the region. Visit everythingprinting.com to make your project everything you've dreamed of.
Are your garage doors noisy, squeaky, or moving unevenly? Do they snap, crackle, or pop? Having trouble opening and closing them? Don't be left sitting in the driveway. It's time for a tune-up from Overhead Door. Starting at just $99, we'll inspect, lube, and adjust your garage doors so they operate smoothly. Call today and ask for a tune-up special from Overhead Door, your hometown garage door company since 1965. Overhead Door, we're more than just doors. OverheadDoorReading.com.
Welcome back to Schuylkill Valley High School alongside Rich Scarcella. My name is Bob McCool. The Oley Valley Lynx, the Schuylkill Valley Panthers are on the table tonight for you on our live broadcast. Again, the Lynx are 3-14 and 3-6 in the division. Schuylkill Valley 12-6 and 7-2. And Rich, we'll talk a little bit about the home team tonight, and that is the Schuylkill Valley Panthers. We have not yet seen them, our first opportunity to see Schuylkill Valley, but it is a very athletic basketball team. And again, coming off a big win on Friday night, they took care of business here at home. They split their 2 games now with Wyomissing. They lost in Wyomissing 59-52. They won here in Leesport 55-50. So the boxes are starting to get checked for Schuylkill Valley to get themselves a playoff. Taylor Grimm, their head coach, doesn't really want to think about that, just knowing they've got to take care of business because, as we said earlier, Oley still has a puncher's chance to get in. So he's not thinking about anything other than trying to take care of one more win in the win column.
Yeah, if the Panthers win here tonight, they will clinch no worse than second place in Division III, and thus they have beaten all the other teams in Division IV. Right. So that gives them an edge. They will be in the playoffs with a win tonight. They'll either the first place team in Berks 3 or the second place team in Berks 3 having the advantage. They're also in fifth place in the District 3 4A power ratings. They're in a very close race with Boiling Springs for that fourth spot, which is important because if you get the fourth spot, you get a home game in the first round. The Panthers are playing very well. They've won 5 of their last 6. They're beating teams by an average of 9 points a game. They just had a stretch. They defeated Fleetwood Thursday. As Bob mentioned, they defeated Wyomissing here Friday in a very, as Taylor Grimm said, a very emotional game, a very loud game. And then, unfortunately, Saturday morning, they had to take a drive up Route 61 to Orwigsburg, and they played a very good Blue Mountain team at 12:30 Saturday afternoon after such an emotional game, and they lost 69-48. And that's their only loss in the last 6 games. This is a very, as Bob said, it's a very good team. It's a very athletic team. They like to pressure their opponents. They like to play. They like to come at you full court. They run a lot of transition offense. They run a fast break offense. They have 3 football players who are their leading scorers. So we know that, and on their very good football team, that's Cooper Hohenadel, Cohen Gerner, and Luke Spots. So this is a team that is having a terrific season. They're poised to make the county playoffs. They're poised to make the District 3 4A playoffs.
And they have great balance when you're talking about the players that you make reference to, with Spots, Gerner, and Hohenadel, their top 3 scorers, all between 12 and 14 points per game, and Logan Kamoff at 8 points per game. So they have good balance, and it's raised its head over the course of the season. Different guys have stepped up with big nights in different games, and that gives them an advantage because in a lot of ways, so many teams are predicated on one particular player having a big night and hoping you're going to get scoring from somebody else. But in the case of Schuylkill Valley, it's a much more balanced unit. It becomes a little bit harder to defend them as well.
Hohenadel has averaged almost 15 points a game in the last 6 games. Spots has had 7 straight games in double figures. He's averaging 13.5 over those 7 games. Logan Kamoff had 15, a season high 15 against that team. So, yeah, they have 4 scoring options, and they can cause problems for a lot of teams. Right now, and it's early, they're lined up to play Berks Catholic in the first round of the county playoffs. They'll clinch their spot tonight if they win. But that's not a bad matchup for Schuylkill Valley. Berks Catholic obviously coming off a terrific win last night over Reading High. But Schuylkill Valley is very athletic, and I think it's a very dangerous team.
It's time for us to take a look now at our keys to the game, and they're brought to you by RE/MAX real estate agent Phil Macaronis. If you're buying or selling a home, Phil Macaronis is a member of the RE/MAX Hall of Fame with over 20 years of experience providing countless buyers and sellers keys to their real estate transactions. Call 610-670-2770. Ask for Phil Macaronis for the keys to buying and selling your home. It's the Oley Valley Lynx, the Schuylkill Valley Panthers, and Rich Garcella has his keys to the game.
Well, as we said, the Lynx have a puncher's chance. They've got if they win out, they can make the county playoffs, and they're the visiting team here tonight. And their keys, they've got to move the basketball, especially against Schuylkill Valley's pressure defense. They have to box out and rebound well. As we said, the Panthers are very athletic. And the third thing, they've got to protect the basketball. Lynx coach Chad Walters said, cherish the ball. They've got to protect it. It's the old John Chaney axiom. If you don't have if you lose the ball, that means you can't shoot and you can't score. So you got to protect the basketball at all costs. For the home team, the Schuylkill Valley Panthers, they want to run a patient offense, but they also want to run the floor when they get an opportunity. They want to get the ball inside to whether it's Luke Spots, and I guess that's where they start. We haven't seen them play, but that's where their offense starts. The second one, they want to disrupt the Lynx, and they want to make sure that they get them off schedule. The third thing, they're focusing their defensive attention on Ben DeBalco, the Oley Valley leading scorer, averaging almost 14 points a game, and Tristan McFarland, who we've seen play, but who's going to be coming off the bench tonight. He's averaging over 11 points a game. He's been bothered by an illness. He'll be coming off the bench tonight for
And here are the starting lineups brought to you by Victor Emmanuel Beneficial Society. They've been serving authentic homemade Italian dishes for over 100 years. New memberships are now being accepted for only $10. And the facility at 311 Hazel Street in Reading is also available for rental for private parties, banquets, and celebrations. Victor Emmanuel, a taste of Italy right here in Reading. For Chad Walters and his Oley Lynx, Chad, in his second season at his alma mater, as the head coach at Twin Valley, and now 15-25 overall in his second year at Oley. And the Lynx will go with 5'11 sophomore Davian Moore, 5'10 junior Luke Turchi, 5'9 junior Luke Williamson, 5'7 junior Evan Fisher, and 6' senior Ben DeBalco. So not a whole lot of size for Chad Walters. He said this is the lineup he had to run out there because of injuries and illnesses on Saturday in that loss to Schuylkill Valley. And he said they played hard and they played very tough against a very big and athletic Schuylkill Valley team. And so he said, I'm going to run it right back out here again and hope I can get the same kind of effort against Schuylkill Valley. Coached by Taylor Grimm, who's done a really, really good job here in Leesport. 13 seasons. He's a game over 500 at 143 and 142 with a 12-6 season so far. And this is the lineup for the Panthers. The forwards are Lucas Spott, 6'3 and a senior, and Logan Kimoff, 6' and a junior. The guards, 5'11 senior Cooper Hohenadel, 6'1 senior Cohen Gerner, and 6' junior Derek Grimm, the coach's son. Spott's at 11.9 a game, Gerner at 12.6, and Hohenadel at 13.9. We also watched, when watching the JV game and talking with Coach Grimm about that, he said, what you're seeing varsity, he said, we're going to go after teams. We went to that when we had a loss earlier. They lost in Hamburg 65-56. And he said after that, he said, we just never were able to, I felt like we were sleepwalking through the game and we needed something to invigorate ourselves. And that pressure defense and that style of game, trying to make it an up and down the floor type of game, he said we responded to that better. And I never felt like I had to kickstart them. The defense kind of did that for us, and so they've kind of stuck with it.
Yeah, Schuylkill Valley, with their athleticism, I think, like I said, they want to disrupt the Lynx. They want to cause problems, force the Lynx into turnovers, put a lot of pressure on Ben DeBalco, who's been Oley's best player, one of the better shooters in Berks County. They have the athleticism to do that. Schuylkill Valley does. And I think I was actually surprised when he said that. We weren't doing that until the Hamburg loss. Because you look at these guys, we saw them play early last season against Fleetwood, and it looked like they still had some football legs in them. But this team looks like the way, if you look at, they've won 5 of their last 6. They are playing really well exactly when you want your team to be playing well. And I like I said earlier, I think they're a dangerous team. They cannot be overlooked.
Yeah, certainly thinking about what all they're going to do. And again, as we talked about with the whole matchup between 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, the second place team, one of the 2 second place teams, is what gets into the county playoffs. So in essence, you've got 4 teams fighting for 3 spots. The 2 first place teams are in. The 2 second place teams are going to go head to head against one another. And Schuylkill Valley has already checked off the boxes of Antietam and Brandywine Heights. So this would only be the possible third. Again, if Oley would win out and either Antietam or Brandywine Heights would lose out, then the Lynx theoretically could tie for that spot and claim that second spot. And so that's their last link to hope.
Right. I think if the Panthers win this game tonight, they'll have swept Division 4. So they will be no worse than second place in Berks 3, and as the better second place team in Division 3 and 4, they will make the county playoffs with a win tonight.
And just getting back to the situation that Oley finds themselves in, every once in a while you find that in the world of sports where you just have that team that literally has nothing to lose, and they just figure out a way to do it. We saw them 2 weeks ago against Wyomissing, and they gave the Spartans every ounce of battle they had. They just ran out of steam in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they played really hard in the first half, especially, and battled Wyomissing right until, like you said, Bob, right until the fourth quarter, the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game, where it was clear they just ran out of gas. We'll see what happens tonight. Chad Walters told us he doesn't expect to use a lot of players off the bench tonight. He went with 6 players against Schuylkill Valley. He called it their best performance of the season. We'll see if they can duplicate that here tonight in Leesport.
Yeah, and that's got to be the worry for Taylor Grimm. Like, make sure my kids realize that, look, whatever it says their record is, again, the old adage of don't throw out the records. If for whatever reason Oley starts to feel this early on, and I got to think from Chad Walters' perspective, if they can stay in this early, that ultimately will keep them engaged more. Whereas if it's the other way around, and if Schuylkill Valley can get that pressure going and jump on the Lynx early on, it could theoretically be an early night for Oley Valley. So that first quarter of this basketball game, first quarter and a half, could be very, very much of an indicator of how this thing could unfold.
Yeah, the Lynx want to weather the storm. Schuylkill Valley playing very, very well here on its home court, having a chance to clinch a Berks playoff spot. They just have to come out, match the Panthers' energy early, stay in the game, stay within striking distance, at least through the first quarter, through the second quarter, and maybe find a way to steal this game in the second half.
The rest of our week of basketball as our coverage continues, and it's starting to wind down through the regular season, but it's still a long way from coming to an end. But Friday night, we will be at the Geigel as the Reading High Red Knights take on the Wilson Bulldogs. You got a chance to either hear or see last night's game, and it was a dandy between Berks Catholic and Reading, where the Red Knights jumped out on top. It was 22-9 early on in the game before Gavin Welker just went unconscious for Berks Catholic in the second quarter, got the Saints back in it, and eventually Berks Catholic won at 62-59. If you missed any of it and want to see it, and for that matter, any of our coverage all season long, it is available. The videos are still available on our YouTube page. It's at 8:30 WEEU Sports. You can watch them anytime. And, of course, it is, as always, free. And then our final game will be 1 week from tonight, final game of the regular season, that is. And we'll be in West Lawn as Muhlenberg takes on Wilson. That'll be our final regular season matchup, and then we will head into the Berks County playoffs, the BCIAA playoffs. We'll have a quarterfinal for you on that first Monday for the boys.
February 10th, I believe.
February 10th, and then the 12th is the quadruple header at Santander Arena of the county semifinals. 2 girls, 2 boys games. We'll have all 4 of those games for you. And then the 2 county championships on Friday night from the arena, the girls championship game and the boys championship. And that'll round up our coverage of the county games and the county playoffs. And then, of course, we will head into the District 3 playoffs. And as long as the teams are playing in the state playoffs, our coverage will continue here at WEEU. And don't forget, our coverage tonight continues after we're done and our post-game show is over with. Back in the WEEU studios again tonight will be Jeff Nolan and Matt Knob for our scoreboard show, and they've got some special stuff lined up as well for tonight's show, as always, with some interviews and some guest segments in the scoreboard show tonight after our coverage here from Leesport. It's time for us to take a look at our spotlight, brought to you by Bachman Roofing, Solar, and Remodeling. Whether your needs are residential or commercial, Bachman's makes the home improvement process easy. The Bachman family has proudly served the Berks County community for over 50 years. Tonight, we turn the spotlight on Schuylkill Valley senior Lucas Spott, 6'3" senior, who's a tight end and defensive end on the football team, and a good one, an all-state performer on the football field. And I remember going into last season, at the tail end of football, the question was, how's Lucas going to be in terms of basketball? And they weren't sure whether or not Lucas was going to play basketball and just focus on football. Well, obviously, he played basketball last year, and he's playing basketball here. Probably not going to play football in college, so now he's just getting a chance to go out and play basketball. And Schuylkill Valley is the better for it. Again, averaging 12 per game, but he's been in double figures 14 times in their 18 games, but more importantly, 7 straight games. So a little bit more consistent performance on a nightly basis for Lucas Spott and the Schuylkill Valley Panthers. Again, big and physical inside and very, very athletic for Schuylkill Valley. It's the Panthers. It's the Lynx. We'll take a timeout. We get back. It's tip-off time. High school basketball on WEEU is presented by Savage Auto Group.
Since 1970, Redner's Markets has grown thanks to the Berks County community. Your continued commitment is rewarded by becoming a part of their Redner's Rewards program. Shopping at the markets earns you big savings with grocery deals, special offers, and surprise savings from your favorite employee-owned shopping center. Rewards members save at the pump, too, with discounts on fuel prices at Redner's Quick Shops and many more select locations. Shop, earn, and save with the Redner's Rewards program. Sign up at the store or online at rednersmarkets.com.
Sure Stay Plus by Best Western offers a welcoming, comfortable stay for the business or leisure traveler, providing clean and cozy rooms at a reasonable price. Conveniently located at the intersection of Route 12 and North 5th Street in Reading, Sure Stay Plus provides a fresh, hot breakfast buffet, all-day coffee, free fast Wi-Fi, HD TV, fridge and microwave, and much more. Plus, business travelers have access to services such as copying and a meeting space. Call 610-371-0500 to book your stay or visit bestwestern.com.
They say dogs are man's best friend, so they deserve the very best. Houndstown in Reading is a full-service dog daycare and boarding facility with spacious rooms, quality grooming, and plenty of room for fun. While you're away, the dogs will play. Houndstown has all the enrichment your pet needs for their physical and social health. They offer a variety of spa services like baths, nail trimming, toothbrushing, and dematting. Give Fido the finest at Houndstown, 610-947-1441, or visit houndstownreading.com.
Ahoy! Adelphia Seafood is your neighborhood market for the freshest seafood around, with locations in West Lawn, Fairgrounds Market, and Pottsville. They offer a range of delicious options from crab cakes, clams, fresh organic salmon, and succulent shrimp, as well as convenient take-home dinners and more. For more information or to place an order, visit adelphiaseafood.com or just call one of their stores. Enjoy top quality seafood and exceptional service right in your community at Adelphia Seafood.
The tip-off of tonight's game is presented by Cross Keys Insurance, an independent insurance agency that can help you find the right policy for auto, home, business, or life insurance needs. With offices in both Reading and Hamburg, Cross Keys Insurance will be the key to your security.
Only opening up in a 2-3 zone against the Panthers.
Panthers in their home whites with a black and red trim, going up against the black and blue-clad Oley Lynx. Spots, looks for a cutter. It's too hot to handle right through, but right into the hands of Cooper Hohenadel, who deposits in a bucket for a three.
Just like that, pretty easy. Ball finds him, open three, drains it.
Spots went right, the pass went right through Hohenadel's hands, right through Gerner's hands, right to Hohenadel for the three, who makes his 22nd. Now Spots with a steal and a foul the other way, preventing the layup for Lucas Spots as Oley turns it over on its first possession. Lucas Spots will shoot two.
I think that's going to be on Davion Moore, his first, team first. Already, Schuylkill Valley, first possession creates a turnover. That's the pressure that Taylor Grimm has talked to us about before the game.
Mike Barry, Kerry Hoffman, Jerry Orlando is our officiating crew here in Leesport. Spots at the free throw line, shooting two, where he's just 42% on the season, but a soft touch on his first to make it a 4-0 game with a second coming for Schuylkill Valley. And 2 for 2 for Spots to make it a 5-0 jump for the Panthers.
Not exactly the start that Chad Walters had hoped for with the Lynx.
Now help defense forces it out of bounds as Spots comes over to help out Derek Grimm on the ball handler. Luke Turchi knocks it out of bounds. It'll be still Oley basketball. Luke Williamson swings it around for Evan Fisher. Fisher was really good off the bench for Wyomissing in a game against Wyomissing. Davion Moore drives and then kicks it back for Williamson, who again tries to drive and spin. Gets his man up in the air, gets Spots out of his way. Spots recovers, got a piece of it. Back the other way comes Schuylkill Valley. Gerner, Hohenadel, same spot, same result.
Wow. Quick timeout by the Lynx, Chad Walter. Hohenadel with two open threes. Nothing but net.
From the exact critical spot early on for this game for Oley, exactly what Chad Walters wants to stop the bleeding early on. He's winning in 3-minute intervals. Like, just win this 3 minutes, then win that 3 minutes. Well, obviously, we are 1 minute and 20 seconds into this basketball game, and he's got himself in a hole, so he's trying to stop the bleeding early on and get his team back and refocused.
Yeah, this is not the start that he had hoped. Schuylkill Valley scored on all three of its possessions. Oley has turned it over and missed a shot, had a shot blocked on its only two possessions.
Same five following the timeout against DeBacco, Fisher, Williamson, Turchi, and Moore. And the same five for Schuylkill Valley as well. Again, we're only 1 minute and 20 seconds in. And an 8-0 jump for the Panthers. Oley has the basketball following Hohenadel's second three. And Schuylkill Valley not coming after them full bore with Grimm guarding Turchi. He beats him off the dribble, and now a foul on Grimm, kind of holding on as Turchi beat him off the dribble early on.
First foul on the Panthers. Yeah, he was riding Turchi the whole way. Turchi was trying to get into the lane and penetrate. We saw him do a lot of that against Wyomissing 2 weeks ago.
High energy guy is Luke Turchi for sure. He has the basketball right now, guarded by Cohen Gerner. Tries to back him down, up with a shot. No. Rebounded by Hohenadel. Back comes Schuylkill Valley. Gerner up the floor for Grimm. Inside, trying to force it to Spots. Good defense, and it's taken away by Turchi. Turnover Panthers, and almost turned it right back. DeBacco free for three, in and out, and rebounded by Logan Kamoff and Schuylkill Valley.
Open look for DeBacco that he hopes to get a few more of those because he is a terrific outside shooter.
Looked like he took a little peek in the rearview mirror to
Yeah.
see if anybody was coming. It may have thrown his shot off a little bit. Remains 8-0 Schuylkill Valley. Opposite side, same thing for Hohenadel. 3 for 3.
He is on fire. Jeez, it reminds us of last night, second
Gavin
quarter. Gavin Welker for Burke Stanley.
Well, if tradition holds true, he'll bank in the next
fourth one. Yeah.
Turchi double team, gives it up for Williamson, swings around DeBacco. A 3 for Fisher's no good. Run down by Derek Grimm, and Schuylkill Valley has it back. Up 11-0. Panthers looking for more. Deflected and run down by Gerner. And Spots and Gerner play catch with it on the right side in front of the Oley bench. 5:20 left to go in the first. Hohenadel, they close out on him. He drives in, dumps it off for Kamoff. Gets a man out of his way and finishes for 2.
Really nice look from Hohenadel. Through the defense, dribbled past, and finds Kamoff.
Spots forces a steal, and Spots will lay it in for 2 more. 15-0 jump for Schuylkill Valley. Fisher almost had it taken away again on that trap. Gives it up for DeBacco. Open is Turchi. Drives and then looks for kickback for Fisher. Dumps it off for Turchi. Spins, working his way through traffic, and finishes in by Turchi. Finally gets Oley on the board.
Nice move by Luke Turchi. Inside.
15-2 as a result with 4:30 left to go in the quarter. 2-3 zone defense, as Rich said, for Oley. Gerner gives it up for Hohenadel. Again, they close out on him now after those 3 threes. And he gets it right back. He's going to pull the trigger again. This time he misses. Turchi has the rebound.
Didn't try to bank it.
No, that's
like
the
Welker.
problem. Here's DeBacco trying to get free for 3. Gives it up to the screener. Turchi instead, who drives. May have been partially blocked by Kamoff. Schuylkill Valley has it back. Up ahead, Grimm's going to spot up for 3. That's way long and into the hands of DeBacco. 15-2 still the score halfway through the first. Fisher open for 3, in and out. And would have been a big lift there for Oley. Instead, Cohen Gerner has it in the open floor. Back for Spots. Top of the key, stripped by Fisher. Fight for the ball, still loose. Oley has it. Williamson ahead for Fisher and 2.
Yeah, that's a nice energy play by Oley. Create the turnover, get the layup on the fast.
It loose. It ended up in the hands of Luke Williamson. Fisher finishes it off, and it's 15-4 as a result, as Oley scored back-to-back field goals.
Evan Fisher gave the Lynx a lot of energy when we saw them against Wyomissing. Played a really good game.
And the ball almost taken away by Fisher. Little hop-step move for Hohenadel, not there. Rebounded by DeBacco. Oley has it back, looking to continue a 4-0 run. Turchi looking for help, gets it back for DeBacco, with Hohenadel guarding him. Too long, Hohenadel to the rim, no. Rebounded by Davion Moore, Oley gets it back. So Lynx have come up with some stops now the last couple times. Can they cash it in? Moore going to take matters into his own hands. Kick out Fisher for 3, yes!
That's a big one by Evan Fisher from the left corner. 6 straight for actually 6 straight, or
7.
I guess it should have been 7. I guess they called that a 2.
Must have been a 2.
Okay.
Right. So it's 15-6.
6 in a row.
With Fisher getting back-to-back field goals. Spots, good dump off inside to Kamoff and a foul.
Yeah, Turchi had a foul.
Yep, that's a smart foul by Luke Turchi.
Yeah, that was a clear layup. Turchi had a foul. Good one.
Put Kamoff on the free throw line and make him earn his 2 points instead, where he's a 63% free throw shooter. The free throw line has been anything but free for Schuylkill Valley on the season. They're just 59% on the year. Oley not even there at 54%. Couple of substitutions now for Schuylkill Valley. 6'3" junior Tanner Stouse will check into the game. 5'5" sophomore Irvin Ortiz will come in for the Panthers as well. And Kamoff misses them both. Stouse just into the game, comes up with a rebound and puts it back home.
Just like that, less than 2 seconds into the game, Stouse gets on the board.
And ends the Oley 6-point run, makes it a 17-6 game. Kick out for DeBacco. Tries to free himself up for three. Does. Misses it. Rebound goes out of bounds and over to Schuylkill Valley. Now substitution for Oley as Chase Dominique, a 6-foot senior, and Tristan McFarland, 6'3" senior, will check into the game for the Lynx.
McFarland's very athletic. He's been bothered by an illness last few days. Missed the Schuylkill Valley game on Saturday.
Schuylkill Valley around with Ortiz on the outside, Gerner, and now Stouse all out around the perimeter. Nothing in the paint right now for Schuylkill Valley.
Oley switched to a man-to-man defense here with the substitutions.
Owen Adel now guarded by DeBalco. Try to kick it over for Gerner off his fingertips. Turnover Schuylkill Valley. 1:27 left to go in the first. It's a 17-6 advantage for the Panthers. Lynx have it back after the turnover.
Don't forget, it was 15-0 at the outset.
Dangerous pass by DeBalco. Good recovery by Turchi to keep it in Oley Valley's favor. Turchi back for DeBalco. Long three. No. Rebounded by Ortiz. Ortiz going to push it up the floor. Dumps it inside for Stouse. Was slow to recover. Stripped away by Fisher from behind. Back-to-back Schuylkill Valley turnovers. Up ahead, Dominique puts on the brakes. Will wait for his teammates. Drive it himself. Up, no good, but he's fouled.
I think that's going to be on Kamoff, his first, team second.
Chad Walters has perhaps his best basketball team on the floor right now with McFarland and Dominique. If they can give him what they are capable of on a given night. But Dominique now at the free throw line. And he makes the first. Oley continuing to chip away. Lucas Spots checks back into the game now for Schuylkill Valley. Giving Kamoff a breather.
And Derek Grimm comes back in.
Derek Grimm also coming back in, giving Cohen Gerner a breather. Dominique makes them both. Makes it a 17-8 game in favor of favor Schuylkill Valley. Now Oley showing a little full court. 1-2-2 for the Lynx. With Turchi out at the top. Derek Grimm takes it across half court into the hands of Hohenadel and now to Spots. Again, everybody out around the perimeter for Schuylkill Valley offensively. Hohenadel drives to the foul line. Ortiz left open for three. Yes.
Hohenadel, really nice look to Ortiz. What do we got here, Bob?
A little something going on afterwards. The officials immediately blew the whistle.
Technical foul on some.
Lucas Spots has the guilty look on his face.
No, I think it's on Ortiz. I think for taunting.
That is. You are correct.
Yeah.
So sophomore Irvin Ortiz makes the three. Did or said something after it was over with, and so he gets immediately hit for a technical foul.
Ben DeBalco at the line shooting the technicals. He makes the first. Yeah, we didn't see it. We're writing down it's three, and it was a quick whistle, very quick whistle.
So DeBalco makes the first and the second, and then Oley will get the basketball, and Ortiz will come out of the game.
Yeah, Taylor Grimm is not happy with the sophomore.
Zach Reeser now will check in. 20-10 as a result of the technical foul shots. And Oley gets the basketball. So the Lynx with a chance to make this a 4 or maybe even a 5-point play in the hands of Fisher in the corner. Great cut by McFarland for 2.
Nice pass by Evan Fisher as well. Oley hanging after trailing, giving up the first 15 points of the game.
Spot baseline for 2. No, rebounded by Turchi. It's a 12-5 run since then in favor of Oley, and they've got the ball. Right corner, Fisher looking for 3 more. He's well short. McFarland with a rebound. Deflected out of his hands. Good hands by Derek Grimm. Forces the turnover for Oley. Beats the buzzer. Good if it goes. It does not from Hohenadel, who had the big start for Schuylkill Valley. The Lynx jumped out to a 15-0 lead. But after 8, it is an 8-point difference. Oley trailing Schuylkill Valley on the Panthers' home floor. It's the Schuylkill Valley Panthers 20, the Oley Valley Lynx 12. Back with the second quarter after this on 8:30 a.m. WEEU in Reading.
This season, stick with everyone's favorite snack, Diefenbach's potato chips. Legend has it, Mark Diefenbach loved kettle-cooked chips so much, he turned his kitchen in Berks County into the ultimate snack factory. Now, 60 years later, we're still crafting our chips with the same passion and the finest ingredients, right where it all began. Diefenbach's potato chips, available in all your favorite flavors when you need that EPA-crafted crunch.
Elite Fuel Services has been one of Berks County's best-kept secrets for more than 20 years. They're a full-service heating and cooling company. Not only do they deliver heating oil, propane, diesel fuel, and gasoline, Elite also has a full HVAC team that is ready to tackle any of your heating or cooling needs. Just a quick Google search away. Elite Fuel Service. Read the reviews and give them a call. You'll feel part of the Elite Fuel family, giving you the peace of mind you deserve.
We start period number 2 alongside Rich Garcella. My name is Bob McCool. Oley with a basketball, trailing by 8. Tristan McFarland with a turnaround jumper, not there. Schuylkill Valley will pull down the rebound. 20-12 our score. McFarland with the strip, but a foul is called as well. And
I think it's going to be on McFarland.
Yeah, on the reach-in.
Yep.
His first, and the first, obviously, of the second quarter. Schuylkill Valley will get the basketball underneath. Derek Grimm, Zach Reeser, Lucas Spots, Tanner Stouse, and a Cooper Hohenadel, the 5 on the floor right now for Schuylkill Valley. Hohenadel with the 3 threes in the first quarter helped spark Schuylkill Valley out to that 15-0 lead. Here he drives, and he rolls it in with a finger roll.
Really nice drive by Hohenadel against the ball go.
In double figures for the 14th time this season already for Cooper Hohenadel with 11, and it's now a 22-12 Schuylkill Valley lead. McFarland swings it around for DeBalco, fakes the 3, right elbow 2. Cody got fouled, no whistle, and the Schuylkill Valley has the rebound.
Yeah, he looked right away to the official.
Swinging around left side, baseline Hohenadel this time misses the 2. Weak side rebound by Reeser, kick out, Spots for 3, in and out. Hohenadel with a putback, the third shot goes.
Hohenadel very, very active tonight. He already has 13 points.
And Schuylkill Valley has doubled up Oley as a result at 24-12. Fisher drives off balance, but finishes at the rim.
Yeah, Fisher and Turchi have no fear. They'll drive through 5 guys. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, definitely Energizer Bunny type of guys. Here the post up is Stouse, gets a man up in the air, but the defense ultimately gets called for a foul.
I think it's going to be on Turchi before the block by McFarland.
Yeah, but block is definitely clean, but before that on the body.
No, that's what he called. He called it on McFarland. I think they had the wrong player. I mean, I think there was a foul, but I think it was on Turchi and not McFarland.
I think that's what Chad Walters is asking.
Yeah. I agree. I understand why he's frustrated.
Yep.
Stouse misses the first, but because it was definitely on Turchi. He got Stouse with the body, and then McFarland blocked the shot.
Davion Moore will check in now for Oley. Ben DeBalco is going to take a breather. Hohenadel and Reeser out. Ortiz back in. Gerner back in as Stouse makes the second. So 3 points for Tanner Stouse, and lead is 11. 25-14 our score. Schuylkill Valley on top.
Clock stop.
And the scoreboard didn't change either.
And
now it changed. No, everything's working. Well,
except
no, the clock isn't working. Now it's working.
Okay.
So just a momentary delay of like 5 or 6 seconds.
At least.
Chase Dominique. Davion Moore. They find Fisher underneath. They lost sight of a defender, and it's an offensive player, and Evan Fisher cashes it in.
Really nice pass by Chase Dominique into Fisher underneath, wide open.
Pulls the Lynx to within 9 again at 25-16. 6:15 to go. Pass over the head from Spots going inside for Stouse. Schuylkill Valley will turn it over.
It's a little too careless there. It was kind of too casual to me, throwing a lob pass into Stouse. Missed him by about 2 feet.
Stouse will come out. And Logan Kamoff back in for Schuylkill Valley with 6 minutes to go in the first half. Turchi pushing up the floor, kicks it around for McFarland. McFarland drives, pretty spin and a finish.
That's a heck of a move by Tristan McFarland.
Brings the Lynx to within 7, 25-18, 4 for McFarland. Ortiz going to spot up again for the 3. This time misses everything, but it was touched by Turchi out of bounds. It'll stay Schuylkill Valley basketball. They'll get another chance. Ben DeBalco will check back in now and Moore back out.
Bob, I don't know what's going to happen over the next 2.5 quarters, but the Oley Valley Lynx have showed us something here. They were down 15-0, and they've gotten back into this game.
Kick out for Spots for a 3 in the corner of the inbound. Airball. Oley has it back. Chance for the Lynx to climb closer, down by 7. Turchi tries into a double team, ends up in McFarland's hands. Again, spins through traffic, misses, and saved by Turchi. Turchi works for himself free, blocked by Grimm. Oley has it again. DeBalco for a 3, no. Rebounded by Kamoff. Lynx can't get DeBacco going from beyond the arc. Here's Gerner driving, and finally Cohen Gerner gets his first two.
Really nice floater from about 8 feet by Cohen Gerner.
So lots of chaos, but Gerner finishes, and now here's going to be another foul on Grimm. Derek Grimm trying to slow down Luke Turchi. Commits his second personal. First foul against Schuylkill Valley here in the quarter, but that's going to bring Derek Grimm to the bench with the second personal. Bring Cooper Hohenadel back in for the Panthers. 5:06 left in the half. It is 27-18. Schuylkill Valley on top. Oley with the basketball.
Yeah, the Lynx could have very easily wilted down 15-0 here, and they have fought hard to get back in this thing.
McFarland up top gives it back for Dominique, who played football for Fleetwood in the fall. DeBacco drives, tries to get himself inside, gets himself free, still can't finish, and Hohenadel has the rebound. Gerner from right in front of the Oley bench kicks it back for Hohenadel, trapped, give it up for somebody, for Ortiz, left wing, they close out on him. Back for Hohenadel, Dominique guards him. Hohenadel takes it inside, blocked, taken away by McFarland. Oley back the other way. McFarland banged and fouled.
That's going to be on Ortiz.
So that'll be his second.
Yep.
Stops the break for Oley, but the Lynx will get the basketball. Luke Williamson, Davion Moore back in. Fisher and Dominique out now for Oley. Lynx inbound underneath, down by 9. Finally, Les lobs it in. Panic a moment and Oley turns it over on the inbounds pass. Up ahead, Hohenadel to the hole. Count the bucket.
Nice sportsmanship. Hohenadel picked up DeBalco after the shot.
15 now for Cooper Hohenadel. Williamson needs some help. DeBacco just across half court for Turchi. Inside for Moore. Blocked by Spouts. Back the other way comes Schuylkill Valley. Gerner in the open floor. Kick out for Hohenadel. Adjust the three. Yes, Cooper Hohenadel having a night.
Man, he's got a pretty looking shot.
4 threes on the night for Cooper Hohenadel.
He's got 18 of the 32 already.
He has matched what Oley has produced, and the Lynx will call another timeout after Schuylkill Valley gave up what was a huge early lead, and the Lynx closed in on them. Had it to within 7.
Yeah.
And a chance to, with the possession of the basketball, to maybe get it to a 4-point game, but it was Schuylkill Valley's defense who kickstarted a little bit more, and now that quickly it's a 14-point Schuylkill Valley advantage.
Luke Spots with some terrific interior defense with the block shot. He's got 2 of them so far here. But Schuylkill Valley, you could see they're very different than the team last year, because to me, they look like basketball players here. Like last year, don't you agree that they look like football players trying to play basketball? This is a basketball team,
right?
And they're very skilled. And I'm impressed with Hohenadel, because I mean he's got a pretty looking shot.
Well, here's what I would think is ultimately the answer to that, and that's the answer to the question we got from Taylor Grimm. I asked him if the 3 senior had committed anywhere to play football. Lucas Spots, Cohen Gerner, and Cooper Hohenadel. He said all 3 of them right now are planning to just go to college or go to work. None of them are planning on playing football in college, which tells me, you know what, the squat racks are left for another day. And so now they are basketball players.
Basketball players, exactly.
Luke Williamson pushed up the floor. Davion Moore for 3, well off the mark, and rebounded by Zach Reeser, just back into the game for Schuylkill Valley. Up ahead for Gerner. Kicks it back and around for Reeser. 32-18, Schuylkill Valley on top. Hohenadel in the paint for 2. No. Spots for the offensive rebound and the putback for Schuylkill Valley.
Yeah, they're really strong right across the board. They've got defense, shooters, rebounding.
DeBalco catch and shoot 3. Still cannot find the range.
Just like Kingston McCoy last night, Ben DeBalco has yet to score here in the first half.
Here's a spin move by Gerner that comes up empty. Turchi back the other way. Kick out for Williamson. Drives up, no good. Rebounded by Hohenadel. Up ahead, Gerner tried to get it for Kamoff. Wasn't expecting the pass. Schuylkill Valley will give it right back. Inside of 3 minutes to go in the half. Schuylkill Valley 34, Oley Valley 18. Lynx with the basketball. Schuylkill Valley will counter with the full court pressure, the 1-2-2. No problem for Oley to get it across half court. Davion Moore throws it away. Gerner in the open floor, drive, stripped, and foul.
And that might be the third on McFarland.
Going to be a two-shot foul coming up. Turchi and
No,
McFarland were there.
It's going to be on Turchi.
So it is Luke Turchi's second, Oley's third, and it puts Cohen Gerner at the stripe for the first time tonight. Gerner at 12.6 a game, 66% free throw shooter, misses the first. Evan Fisher going to check back in now for Oley. Luke Turchi takes a well-deserved breather. 2:44 still remaining in half number one. Gerner makes the second. 3 points in the quarter for Gerner, and it makes it a 35-18 game. A 10-0 run right now for Schuylkill Valley.
Yeah.
2:35 to go, and Oley almost turned it over, and he did. Evan Fisher picked it up, but he was on the end line.
And this run has been fueled by the Schuylkill Valley defense, no doubt about it.
Tanner Stouse now will check back in for Schuylkill Valley. Logan Kamoff will come out. Hohenadel, Gerner, Spots, Reeser, and Stouse, the five on the floor right now for Schuylkill Valley. Again, all out around the perimeter. Stouse to Hohenadel outside. Fakes, drives, and scores two more. Scoring at will tonight is Cooper Hohenadel.
He's got 20.
And this one's deflected out of bounds. Who touched it last? It's off the hands of Reeser. It's going to stay Oley basketball. Cooper Hohenadel's season high is 24 in a non-leaguer against Orpa Perkion, but he's a bit ahead of pace for that. Oley again, not able to get it in and just lobs it into McFarland. This time he's able to catch it. Can't put the shot up without finishing. And Schuylkill Valley has it back. Hohenadel fakes the three, drives for two, and gets it.
You know what? He is unstoppable tonight. He's got another turnover, Bob.
Stolen on the inbounds pass. Schuylkill Valley has it back, but Oley will take it right back on the steal by Davion Moore. Williamson across half court, drives, blocked, and fouled. This one's going to be on Reeser. It's going to put Williamson at the free throw line.
Right now, Schuylkill Valley is playing with a ton of energy, and really, they're just quicker than the Lynx. Just, 5-on-5, they're just quicker.
Williamson, as I said, at the free throw line for Oley. Misses the first. He's 1 for 7 on the season from the stripe. McFarland going to take a breather. Dominique back in. Kamoff comes in, and Spots comes out for Schuylkill Valley. 1:45 to go in the second.
It's been a while since Oley has scored.
And it stays that way as Williamson misses them both. Up ahead quickly for Hohenadel. They close out on him, trying to cover him up inside for Kamoff, and he'll dump it in for two.
Really nice feed by Hohenadel to Kamoff.
Suddenly it's 41-18. The run has reached 16 in a row now for Schuylkill Valley. 1:25 left to go in the half. 41-18 Panthers. Fisher drives, kicks it back for DeBalco. Can they get him going?
A foul, and it's going to be on the floor, but it'll be a foul. Bob, the only other half that we've done together this year that I can say is similar to Cooper Hohenadel is Josh McCoy at the Geigel in December when he had 21 in the first half. I can't think of anybody else who's had a better first half that we've had.
Kingston McCoy.
Jeez, thank you. Kingston McCoy, thank you. I'm sure
it's all the same family. Yes. Dominique for three, no.
Thank you.
Rebounded finally for Oley, an offensive rebound by Fisher, and he'll run it back for the three, no. Tipped around, fought for, and finally gathered up by Tanner Stouse in Schuylkill Valley. Inside of a minute to go. Gerner dumps it off for Kamoff. Blocked by Turchi. Loose on the floor, Davion Moore, and Oley comes away with it. Up ahead, Turchi. Kick out, Dominique. Couldn't gather it for the open three.
And he took a quick dribble and picked it up and almost got doubled in the corner.
Ben DeBacco with just 2 free throws made on the first half. Inside, Turchi traveled.
Yeah, double dribble, no doubt about that one.
Back to Schuylkill Valley with 38.9 left on the first half clock. Panthers run continues. It was 25-18. It's now 41-18. They close out on Gerner, trying to get the steal. Gerner dribbles away, dumps it for Staus. Little fade away for two.
Staus may not look like the prototypical basketball player, but, man, he finds a way to get it done.
Down inside of 20 seconds to go, and there's nearly a steal. It is a steal by Kamoff. Ends up in the hands of Hohenadel. Panthers with now 10 left to go in the half. Going to settle for one here. Gerner going to take that one off the glass. No. Fights for the rebound. It's out of bounds. Stays Schuylkill Valley with 2.2 left in period. Luke Williamson will check back in for the defense here on the inbounds play. Inbounds to Hohenadel. Why not? Three, no. And it's for Cooper Hohenadel in that first half. But the Schuylkill Valley Panthers score the final 18 points of the first half. They head to the locker room with a 43-18 lead over Oley. We'll take a timeout. Back with our Lincoln Plumbing and Heating halftime show right after this on WEEU in Reading.
Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is once again the #1 rated auto dealership in Pennsylvania. Thinking it's time to trade up for something newer? We offer the most insane trade-in values you'll find anywhere. Whether you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, our dedicated team will make sure you drive away happy. Visit us today at savage61.com and see why we're Pennsylvania's top choice.
Whether you've got a business presentation, invitations to a special event, or even banners for the big game, Everything Printing in Gilbertsville has you covered. From design to printing, they're your local experts for business cards, flyers, publications, posters, presentation materials, and, well, just about everything. Google Everything Printing and check out their stellar reviews. The most 5-starred in the region. Visit everythingprinting.com to make your project everything you've dreamed of.
Judd Firestone Plumbing is your trusted local expert for all your plumbing needs. With over 125 years of combined experience, our team has seen it all, ensuring top quality service and expert solutions every time. From leaky faucets to the kitchen or bathroom of your dreams, we handle it all with professionalism and care. Call today at 610-678-9080. Judd Firestone Plumbing, where experience and reliability come together for your peace of mind.
Looking for a game-winning play for your next tailgate or get-together? Score big this season with trays from Chick-fil-A. Delicious chicken nuggets and chicken strips, fruits and garden salads, chocolate chunk cookies, and their delicious mac and cheese. Make a play with Chick-fil-A and you'll be a winner every time. Visit Chick-fil-A at Broadcasting Square, 5th Street Highway, and Exeter Commons. Chick-fil-A voted America's favorite fast food restaurant.
Tonight's halftime show brought to you by Lincoln Plumbing and Heating. When you need a plumber, get a good one. Locally owned and operated for over 50 years, Lincoln Plumbing has the experience to help from a leaky faucet to a whole bathroom remodel. Call 610-376-0863 for Lincoln Plumbing and Heating, as honest as their name. Alongside Rich Garcella, my name is Bob McCool.
Tumbling exercises. Yeah. They're putting the mats out on the floor for him to show off his tumbling expertise.
That would be entertaining. This is a first. I've
never seen this before.
They started putting mats out on the floor at halftime. I thought we were going to have a wrestling expedition on halftime, but this is for the cheerleaders, and they've got something cooked up, and good for them. 43-18 is our score, and I'll remind you that this game was a 25-18 game midway through the second quarter. It's a great start for Schuylkill Valley. They scored the first 15 points in this basketball game. But to their credit, Oley came back and made it an 8-point game at the end of a quarter. And again, made it a 7-point game with possession at 25-18. And Schuylkill Valley just kicked it into another gear. And speaking of another gear, Cooper Hohenadel is in another world right now.
He sure is. 9 for 16 from the field. 22 points in the first half. Just a tremendous performance. And he's got, I'm actually surprised seeing him play tonight that some Division III basketball teams aren't interested in him, because he's got great body control. He can rebound, he can handle, and obviously he can shoot the basketball.
Yeah, for sure. And that was part of the discussion is the idea of the three seniors right now for Schuylkill Valley just don't really seem to be interested in playing at the next level. So they're just going to go on and be college students, and you can't fault them for that.
No, you can't.
But if that's what they choose to do. But Cooper Hohenadel, Rich's point, has just been excellent tonight. 2 shy of his career high, and we were only through 2 quarters. And he didn't do it by himself, but he was a big part of it. But the biggest part of it all was that Schuylkill Valley, just their athleticism, their quickness, just too much for Oley to handle, and the Lynx could not handle the basketball very well. They turned it over 6 times in that second quarter and 10 times in the first half.
Yeah, the defense, after Oley closed within 7 to make it, as Bob said, 25-18, Schuylkill Valley turned up its defense, held Oley to 3 for 16 shooting in that second quarter, and as Bob said, created 6 turnovers. Schuylkill Valley is quicker, they're stronger, they're taller, and they're better than the Lynx. And honestly, we saw the Lynx against Wyomissing 2 weeks ago. Schuylkill Valley's been far more impressive than Wyomissing was that night. Again, you're comparing, it's easy to compare. Schuylkill Valley beat Wyomissing Friday night by 5, but I'm really impressed by the Panthers.
The other thing that's been a problem for Oley is they have not been able to get their leading scorer, Ben DeBacco, going at all. He has just 2 points at halftime, and they came at the foul line. And to be honest, they came as part of a technical foul that was called on Schuylkill Valley in the first quarter. And Ben DeBacco was the chosen player to go to the foul line. He went 2 for 2 at the free throw line. That's his only 2 points of the first half. Schuylkill Valley's done a good job on him defensively, but more importantly, Ben DeBacco has just not been able to convert on some open shots.
Yeah, he's missed. He's 0 for 7. He's missed 5 threes, and he just can't get many open looks. He's had maybe 1 or 2 at the most open looks. That's how good Schuylkill Valley's defense has been.
So it is a commanding difference right now in favor of Schuylkill Valley. The Panthers on top, 43-18. We'll take a timeout. Back with more of our Lincoln Plumbing and Heating halftime show after this on WEEU. You're listening to 8:30 a.m. WEEU in.
If you are buying or selling a home, contact RE/MAX real estate agent Phil Macaronis. With over 20 years of experience and a member of the RE/MAX Hall of Fame, Phil does it all. From residential to commercial real estate sales. And with his large catalog of repeat and referral customers, you know you can depend on Phil Macaronis, no matter where you're looking for your next home. Call 610-670-2770 or call Phil directly anytime at 610-858-4555.
This is XYZ Insurance. How can I help?
I have a question about my home policy.
Okay, question about phone policy.
Home policy.
Okay, gnome policy.
HOME, home.
Technology is great, but sometimes it's better to talk with a real person. With Erie Insurance, you have a caring, independent agent who's with you from beginning to end. Your Erie agent is Cross Keys Insurance. Get a quote today at crosskeysins.com. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Welcome back to our Lincoln Plumbing and Heating halftime show. Well, as we said, Schuylkill Valley's Cooper Hohenadel is the story so far. 22 first half points. He has outscored Oley Valley by his lonesome. He's got 22. Lucas Spots with 6, 5 for Tanner Stouse off the bench, 4 for Logan Kamoff, and a 3 each for Irvin Ortiz and Cohen Gerner. And the Schuylkill Valley Panthers total of 43. For Oley, Evan Fisher with 8, 4 for Tristan McFarland, and 2 each for Luke Turchi, Chase Dominique, and Ben DeBalco, and the Oley total of 18. Again, a reminder of what lies ahead for us in our local high school basketball schedule for the remainder of our regular season, and that is Friday night we'll be at the Geico Complex, Wilson and Reading High going after one another. Red Knights, as we've been talking about over the course of the last couple games, on the ropes in terms of whether or not they can make the postseason. The county playoffs are looking like a very unrealistic possibility after the loss last night. However, the district playoffs are still a possibility for Reading High, but they're going to have to take care of business somewhere along the line. They've got Exeter tomorrow, and they've got Wilson, obviously, on Friday, and Governor Mifflin to finish up the season. But it's going to be interesting down the wire as we expected, and then we'll finish up our regular season schedule 1 week from tonight in West Lawn when Wilson takes on Muhlenberg.
I tried to find out the last time Reading didn't make the Berks
a long time since the Red Knights have not had a postseason.
Oh, man, a postseason at all would
correct.
be really something.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Again, they've won more county titles than anybody. They've won more district titles than anybody. However, the Red Knights right now could be looking at a very short basketball season unless they can come up with a couple of wins between now and the end. We'll have again on Friday night from the Geigel against the Wilson Bulldogs. Wilson and Berks Catholic right now look to be the teams with the best shot to win Division I right now. The Saints in the driver's seat because they beat the Bulldogs in their 2 games head-to-head. But still, again, a lot of basketball left to play, even though it's a short period of time. A lot of basketball because they're all going to play each other over the next couple of games.
Yeah, well, Reading has Exeter, Wilson, and Mifflin ahead. That's why their path is so challenging. And if they can find a way to win 2 out of those 3 games, they might sneak into the District 3 playoffs. And honestly, I wouldn't want to play them in the first round. No way. If I was the number 1 seed and they're the 16th seed, I don't want any parts of the Red Knights.
Yeah, and Snip Astley pretty much said that to you last night in the postgame show that at this point in time, I wouldn't want to play Reading in the playoffs.
Yeah, Bob, we got one score from Laureldale. Muhlenberg leads Twin Valley 41-24 at the half. Mules on their way to the Berks and District 3 6A playoffs.
So we start the third quarter with the Schuylkill Valley Panthers having the basketball and the lead at 43-18. Tristan McFarland out at the top of a zone defense for Oley at half court. Almost forced a turnover right away. Schuylkill Valley has it as Luke Turchi knocks it out of bounds. Lucas Spots, Derek Gribb, Logan Kamoff, Cooper Hohenadel, and Cohen Gerner, the starting 5 for Taylor Grimm, starting the second half as well. It's like a 1-3-1 for Oley with McFarland out high.
I think McFarland, they used that against Why I'm Missing a little. Great pass from Gerner into Spots.
Lucas Spots with his 8th point of the night, and the run continues now for Schuylkill Valley. Makes it a 45-18 game.
So they've had runs of 15-0 and 20-0 in this game.
DeBalco drives, kicks it back for Fisher. His 3 is not there. Rebounded by Spots. So 1 and done for Oley, which has been part of the theme for the Lynx. Here's Spots from the top for 3, and
why not?
Lucas Spots picking it up now in the second half with a 3 as well.
And it's a 30-point lead, which activates the mercy rule here.
The 14-3. There's a great find inside. Fisher to Davion Moore for 2.
Finally, the Lynx snap a 23-0 run by the Panthers.
48-20 with 6:50 to go in the third quarter. Spots in front of his own bench for Grimm. High post is Kamoff. Kicking around for Hohenadel. Catch and shoot 3. No. Tipped around. Rebounded by Kamoff. Dumps it inside for Hohenadel and 2 more.
That's the matches his season high. He's got 24.
50-20 with 6:30 left to go in the third. DeBalco pushes it up the floor. Nowhere to go. Dribbles himself into the corner. Now to McFarland. Great pass inside for Fisher and 2.
Yeah, really nice look there. Nice offense. Timeout, Chad Walters. 30 seconds.
So McFarland with the feed and the bucket for Fisher to make it a 50-22 game. And a quick early timeout for Oley with 6:14 to go in the third quarter. After the fine pass of McFarland.
Really
nice
nice
on a bounce pass on a dime to a cutting Evan Fisher for 2.
Evan Fisher with 10 points. He played really well against Why I'm Missing as well. I mean, kind of gives them a spark. Great effort, great enthusiasm, great energy.
Rich mentioned that Gerner has now tied his career high. Hohenadel with 24. It's also the 4th time this season he's been over the 20-point mark. But again, there's still 6:14 left to go in his third quarter. No changes in terms of personnel for either side.
Oley's going to throw a full court press here coming out of the timeout.
Let's see. 1-2-2 with Turchi at the top.
Yep.
Grimm and Gerner take it across half court for Hohenadel at the foul line.
Panthers had no trouble breaking that press.
We're 2 minutes into the second half. Kamoff is in the corner. Kick it out for Spots at the top where he just hit a 3. Back to Kamoff. Almost taken away by Turchi. Grimm pulls it away. Try to get it inside. DeBalco kicked it, so it'll stay Schuylkill Valley basketball on the kickball.
And the clock is running, as we said. The mercy rule has been activated.
Schuylkill Valley finally gets it inbounds. Have to go in the backcourt for Gerner to run it down. Now for Spots. Gerner posting up down low. They feed it to him, and a foul called or a travel. Nope, foul called.
Is it on the floor or a shooting foul? It is on the floor. Not sure who it's on. 14. It's on Fisher, his first.
His first, team's first. Grimm again struggling to get it inbounds. Davion Moore ends up stealing it for Oley. Moore to the bucket and misses, and rebounded by Hohenadel.
Nice defense by Moore. He just couldn't convert the short jumper.
Grimm fakes the three, drives inside. Two defenders, dumps it for Spots, who's open, misses it. Tipped out, Davion Moore on the run out. Moore ahead of the pack for Oley, misses it again.
Wow.
And rebounded by Gerner. Up ahead, great pass for Spots. Fakes McFarland out of his way, cannot finish, and a fight for the rebound and a whistle.
Yeah, it's going to be against Schuylkill Valley. It's going to be against Spots, his first, team first. Those two shots by Moore, that tells you the kind of night that it's been for the Oley Valley Lynx.
So the Lynx get it back now, trailing by 28. With 4:20 left to go in the third quarter. DeBalco spins, jumper partially blocked. Turchi picks it up and lays it in.
Nice hustle by Turchi, getting a loose ball, putting it back.
4 now for Turchi. Schuylkill Valley again beats the pressure. Grimm open for three, no. Long rebound, tipped out. McFarland gathers it, deflects it up ahead for Turchi, who lays it in again.
Oley Valley on a little bit of a run, a 6-0 run.
Nice job by McFarland to just deflect it ahead for Turchi for the run out. Kamoff blocked from behind, but Gerner's there to clean it up for Schuylkill Valley. Bowen Gerner with the bucket on the rebound. He's got 5. The lead is 52-26 with 3:35 left in the third. Deflected, taken away by Hohenadel. Hohenadel to the rim, 2 more.
Is that a career high?
Yes, it is.
26 for Cooper Hohenadel.
54-26. Hohenadel has matched Oley with his offensive effort tonight. DeBalco right side for McFarland. Schuylkill Valley student body getting loud, taken away by Spots, but throws it right back the other way as Turchi has it back. Fisher for 3, no. Rebounded again by Spots. 3 minutes left in the third. Gerner inside, dumps it off. Kamoff shot, no. Gets his own rebound and puts it home. 6 now for Logan Kamoff. And a timeout called again. We will take a timeout with 2:45 left to go in the third. 56-26. Schuylkill Valley back to Leesport after this.
From design to printing, they're your local experts for business cards, flyers, publications, posters, presentation materials, and, well, just about everything. Google Everything Printing and check out their stellar reviews. The most 5-starred in the region. Visit everythingprinting.com to make your project everything you've dreamed of.
Shopping at Redner's has never been easier or more convenient with Redner's Ready, the order online and pickup service for Redner's Markets. Visit rednersmarkets.com and click on the Redner's Ready icon. Then choose your items, pay online, and pick up your order in any of the designated Redner's Ready parking spaces, and your groceries will be brought right to your car. It's Redner's Ready, the convenient online order and pickup service available only at rednersmarkets.com.
Calling a timeout, Oley with the basketball. Luke Turchi spinning and driving and coming up just short, but he's fouled.
It's going to be on Ortiz, and that's his third.
Turchi will shoot 2. It's third quarter basketball brought to you in part by Cross Keys Insurance, an independent insurance agency that can help you find the right policy for auto, home, business, or life insurance needs. With offices in both Reading and Hamburg, Cross Keys Insurance will be the key to your security. Schuylkill Valley student body to our left, which is always a vocal group. Trying to make some noise and affect the shot of Turchi, who misses the first free throw. And the second. Taylor Grimm telling us the game last week against Wyomissing. He said it was so loud in here. He said, I couldn't hear myself on the sideline. Great atmosphere.
A very emotional win for the Panthers.
1 out of 2 for Turchi, but that's quickly traded back the other way by Hohenadel with a drive to the bucket. 28.
He is now 12 for 20 from the field. I think that's pretty good.
2:10 left to go in the third. 58-27, Schuylkill Valley on top. McFarland going to drive on spots, up off the glass. No. Battle for the rebound. Turchi has it. Kick out. DeBacco for 3. Still can't find the range. DeBacco still without a field goal in this game with 1:50 left to go in the third. Gerner, nice move. Kick, corner 3, spots. Yes.
That's his second of the quarter. The big man shows some range.
61-27. 8 in the quarter, 14 for Lucas Spots. His 8th straight game in double figures. DeBacco again, catch and shoot 3. Finds it. Found a dead spot on the rim, and it fell in.
Yeah, he has really struggled, but every shot has been contested. Panthers playing terrific defense against them.
42nd 3 of the year for DeBacco. Kama, a dump off from Hohenadel to Stouse. No, gets his own rebound and throws it in.
Tanner Stouse, again, he doesn't look like your prototypical basketball player, but he finds a way to get it done.
Very effective for sure. He's got 7 points. Here's a drive by Turchi, spinning off the rim. No. Rebounded by Ortiz inside of a minute to go in the third quarter. All Panthers tonight on their home floor. And we'll see if they hold for one possession here to finish off this third period.
I don't know if they can.
They're going to at least make an effort, perhaps. Gerner drives, kicks, corner 3 again for Spots. This time is no good. Long rebound is run down by Hohenadel with 30 seconds. Fires it inside, too hot to handle. Schuylkill Valley turns it over. Up ahead, open floor is Williamson. Dominique, left wing, catch and shoot 3, yes.
Yeah, wide open 3 for Chase Dominique, his first basket of the night.
63-33 with the bucket from Dominique, his 4th 3 of the year. With 12 seconds to go, Dominique forces a steal. Throws it up ahead for Turchi and a layup. Big quarter for Turchi.
Yeah, really good quarter. And again, Ortiz is having trouble getting the basketball up court.
And that will end the third quarter, but another strong 8 minutes for the Schuylkill Valley Panthers with 8 to go in Leesport. When we come back, it's Schuylkill Valley 63, Oley 35, more on WEEU after this.
Hi, I'm Mike Kuhn with Kuhn Funeral Homes. Since 1937, our family has been committed to serving our community. We now have 3 active generations, as I have the honor of working with my father and son. With 5 convenient locations to serve our neighbors, Kuhn Funeral Homes continues to dedicate our family to your family. Thank you for believing in us, and we promise to always be there for you.
Sure Stay Plus by Best Western offers a welcoming, comfortable stay for the business or leisure traveler, providing clean and cozy rooms at a reasonable price. Conveniently located at the intersection of Route 12 and North 5th Street in Reading, Sure Stay Plus provides a fresh, hot breakfast buffet, all-day coffee, free fast Wi-Fi, HD TV, fridge and microwave, and much more. Plus, business travelers have access to services such as copying and a meeting space. Call 610-371-0500 to book your stay or visit bestwestern.com. We start the fourth alongside Rich Garcella. My name is Bob McCoy. Another solid quarter for Schuylkill Valley, although Oley, at least to their credit, made a little pushback in that third quarter, and ultimately the scoring column shows 20 for Schuylkill Valley in the third, 17 for Oley. But a 28-point advantage for the Panthers as we start the fourth.
There's some new faces on the floor for the Panthers. Number 5, Hunter Derland.
Derland checks in. Zach Reeser back in. Yeah. So 3 sophomores on the floor right now, along with Grimm and Kamoff, 2 juniors. Here's a 3 by DeBacco in and out, and rebounded by Derland.
I wonder if we've seen the last of the Hohenadel and Gerner and Spots.
Ortiz for 3, no. Kamoff with their offensive rebound, no. Try to throw it out. Luke Williamson takes it away. Up ahead for Dominique. Well off the glass. McFarland there for the follow, no. Ortiz at 5'5", pulls down the rebound for Schuylkill Valley. So big opportunity there for Oley. They come up empty. And the Panthers have it back. So if it is the end of the night, it is a career-high 28 for Cooper Hohenadel. Potentially the Reading Fighting Phil's player of the game, just saying. Zach Reeser drives and spins one home.
He might have the inside track.
65-35, back to a 30-point advantage for the Panthers with the ball in the hands of Chase Dominique between the circles for Oley. Trying to beat Derlin off the dribble, gives it back instead for Turchi and then sets a screen. Turchi right back to Dominique from the top of the key. Drives with nowhere to go, but bailed out on a foul.
It's going to be against the Panthers on a reach. Oh, somebody got hit. Looks like Dominique got hit.
Got
in the
nose,
face, yeah,
checking to make sure there's no blood.
Yep. Inadvertent.
Foul was called on Logan Kamoff. So we'll take Dominique out.
Yeah, it looks like he got it right on his nose. Yep. Yeah. It doesn't appear that from here across the court that he's bleeding.
So he'll come out. Davion Moore comes in. Inbounds for Oley right in front of their bench. DeBalco pulls up for the jumper. Got it. So DeBalco struggling from the three, gets a 2. Schuylkill Valley beats the pressure. Inside for Kamoff. Gets a couple of defenders up in the air and gets 2 more.
Kamoff's a nice-looking player. Nice complimentary piece for the Panthers.
8 for Logan Kamoff, and the lead is 30 again with 6:20 to go. Turchi. Crossover dribble, kicks it back for Williamson. Off the screen from Turchi, nowhere to go as he picks up his dribble. Gives it up for McFarland. Kamoff chases. McFarland powers his way in. No. Loose on the floor and ultimately controlled by Derlin and Valley. 6 minutes left to play in the ballgame. Ortiz, step back for 3. Yes. 70-37. Second 3 of the game for sophomore Irvin Ortiz. DeBalco, guarded by Grimm. Gives it up in the corner for Turchi. Drives, going to put up the shot himself. No. Rebounded by Ortiz. Ortiz trapped in front of his own bench. Dumps it off for Derek Grimm, and a traveling violation for Schuylkill Valley. Will give it right back.
Bob, after 3 quarters, it's Muhlenberg 57, Twin Valley 35. Again, the Mules on their way to the Berks and District 3 6A playoffs.
Couple substitutions for both sides. Tanner Stouse back in the game for Schuylkill Valley. Also in the game for the first time comes sophomore Alex Eletris.
And a Berks 1 game, an important Berks 1 game.
And Brett Grader will also check in for Oley. Dominique also back in for the Lynx after being shaken up. And Tucker Tipsworth into the game for Oley as well with 4:35 left to go in the ballgame. Schuylkill Valley has it back. Ortiz, nice dribble to get away from Dominique. Kicks it around. Reeser for 3. That's no good. And rebound controlled by Brett Grader and Oley. Evan Fisher swings around for Aiden Richard. And back to Dominique at the foul line. Spins. Count the bucket and a foul. Chase Dominique with a field goal and a foul.
Schuylkill Valley coach Taylor Grimm emptying his bench, and get the guys coming in are getting a nice round of applause from the student section.
5 coming in. Sophomore Alex Garrett. Junior Chase Keller. Sophomore Pam Sarr on the floor as well. We'll get the rest as we go, as we can't see numbers from our spot on the floor.
We're right at half court, but we are blocked out at the moment.
Dominique ends up making it a 3-point play, makes it a 70-40 game. Isaias Kaba, also one of the sophomores on the floor. Well, and the final is the freshman James Santana. So that's the 5 who came in for Schuylkill Valley.
So Schuylkill Valley tonight clinches a playoff berth in the Berks Conference playoffs. They will finish no worse than second in Berks 3. And so the Panthers and the Wyomissing Spartans will represent Berks 3 in the county playoffs.
3 off the inbounds pass. Alex Garrett left alone, and he drains the 3. Adding on to it for Schuylkill Valley. It's been a heck of a night for the Panthers on their home floor. They have run Oley out with 3:10 left to go. I invite you to stick around for our Pizza Como postgame show as Schuylkill Valley comes up with a steal on the other end. Bounce pass for Santana, no. And rebounded by Oley and Tipsworth. We'll have words with winning coach Taylor Grimm, and we'll find out who our player of the game is and our play of the game as well. Baseline for 2 for Oley's Aiden Richard. And another substitution will come into the game now for Oley. With 2:40 left to go and a running clock.
Yeah, there was time called just to get the substitution in.
Right. Schuylkill Valley has it back. Santana the cutter, but traveled first. Right back to Oley.
This quick game will give the boys back at the studio some more time.
Yeah, note to the scoreboard operators back in the W studios, that being Jeff Nolan and Matt Knob running the scoreboard show. You guys might have some extra time tonight. I'm waiting for a message to say, can you guys pad the postgame show a little bit? They usually want us to shut up and get off the air. Here's a drive by Grader that's no good, but a whistle and a foul on the battle for the rebound.
Yeah, I don't think it's on the shot.
Foul
No, it's
called
not.
against
No,
Schuylkill Valley.
it's not on the shot.
It's going to be on Chase Keller, which keeps it Oley Valley's basketball. Inbound for Fisher off the screen and roll right back, and the shot
pass.
missed. Loose ball on the floor, and Schuylkill Valley will come up with it with a minute and a half left to go.
Bob, I was talking to Schuylkill Valley Athletic Director Steph Ivler before the game, and when I came in, the JVs were coming out, and it was like an endless line. Go ahead, Oley Valley
Bucket for
scores.
Oley, back the other way, makes it a
Yeah.
73-44 game.
And she told me they had 35 kids try out for the basketball team, and that Taylor Grimm had a cut 10. That means that they're getting numbers, and whether that's a result of their success in recent years or the football team's success in recent years, it's a very positive sign here in Leesport.
Yeah, they've certainly had their fair share of athletic programs. It's a pretty impressive gymnasium
Yeah.
just by what's on
Yeah.
the walls here.
Yeah,
that's the run of state championships because of the tremendous success in a lot of ways, mostly on the track and field team are littered around this building with all the banners of all the state champions won in both boys and girls track. Here's a 3 from the outside by Brett Grader inside of 40 seconds left to go for Oley. Makes it 73-47 in favor of Schuylkill Valley with 30 seconds to go. Bruce Harbach has brought a section title to Schuylkill Valley in football. And now Taylor Grimm looking to try to get a section title in Division III here in basketball.
Taylor Grimm's trying to get to hold the basketball, and Oley's trying to steal it. And now they've realized, that they're running out the clock here.
So the clock will run down with one last final possession. It won't matter. The clock continues to run. And that will bring our basketball game to an end. An impressive performance for Schuylkill Valley on their home floor. It's the Schuylkill Valley Panthers 73, the Oley Lynx 47. We'll take a timeout back with our Pizza Como postgame show and a whole lot more from Leesport after this on WEEU in Reading.
Ahoy! Adelphia Seafood is your neighborhood market for the freshest seafood around, with locations in West Lawn, Fairgrounds Market, and Pottsville. They offer a range of delicious options from crab cakes, clams, fresh organic salmon, and succulent shrimp, as well as convenient take-home dinners and more. For more information or to place an order, visit AdelphiaSeafood.com or just call one of their stores. Enjoy top-quality seafood and exceptional service right in your community at Adelphia Seafood.
Are your garage doors noisy, squeaky, or moving unevenly? Do they snap, crackle, or pop? Having trouble opening and closing them? Don't be left sitting in the driveway. It's time for a tune-up from Overhead Door. Starting at just $99, we'll inspect, root, and adjust your garage doors so they operate smoothly. Call today and ask for a tune-up special from Overhead Door, your hometown garage door company since 1965. Overhead Door, we're more than just doors. OverheadDoorReading.com.
They say dogs are man's
says it
best
will begin
friend, so
subjecting
they deserve
all
the very
federal
best.
employees to
Houndstown in
enhanced
Reading is a
standards of
full-service dog
suitability and
daycare and
conduct,
boarding facility with spacious
ominously
rooms,
warns of
quality
future
grooming, and plenty of room
downsizing.
for fun. While you're
President
away,
Trump
the
endorsed
dogs will play.
candidates Jimmy
Houndstown
Patronis
has all
and
the
Randy
enrichment your pet
Fine
needs for
won
their
their
physical
Republican
and social health.
primaries
They
in the
offer a
special
variety of spa
election
services like
to replace
baths, nail
former
trimming,
Florida
toothbrushing, and
Representatives
dematting.
Matt
Give
Gaetz
Side
and
of the
Mike
finest
Walsh,
at Houndstown,
notching wins in reliably
610-947-1441,
districts.
or visit
On Wall Street, the Dow by
houndstownreading.com.
136 points.
This season,
the
stick with
Nasdaq
everyone's
rose
favorite snack,
391.
Diefenbach's potato chips.
SRN News.
Legend has it, Mark Diefenbach
So
loved
you may
kettle
ask,
cooked
who are
chips
these
so
people?
much,
These
he turned his
hundreds
kitchen
of
in Berks
thousands
County
of
into the
people
ultimate
who
snack
decided to do
factory.
something different with how they pay for health
Now,
care.
60 years
Join
later, we're
Medishare.
still crafting our
It's a
chips
good
with the
question.
same passion and the
members are
finest
people who
ingredients,
realize they
right
have a
where it
choice.
all
They're
began.
not stuck with a status quo what they don't
Diefenbach's
like.
potato
We know this
chips,
from research.
available in all
Medishare
your
members
favorite
tend to have
flavors
certain
when you need
values
that
in
PA
common
crafted
with faith.
crunch.
They love that they're actually sharing with one another. They don't have to be part of a system that forces them to pay for things they don't support. They also
Welcome to the Pizza Como postgame show. Pizza Como is a family-owned business going strong on the Fifth Street Highway for over 50 years, serving the finest Italian dishes, Berks County's best variety of Italian sandwiches, and legendary pizza. Right next door is The Yard, a virtual golf experience to help keep your game sharp all year round. And if you love sports cards and memorabilia, stop in to buy, sell, or trade. Pizza Como and The Yard, 4600 Fifth Street Highway in Temple. A very impressive performance tonight for the Schuylkill Valley Panthers. Again, they led this thing 15-0 out of the get-go. But to Oley's credit, the Lynx bounced back a little bit, and they got the game going back at least a little bit in their direction. They got it to a 8-point game after a quarter at 20-12. And then, again, had a possession with a 7-point deficit at 25-18. They came up empty, but Schuylkill Valley just kept on motoring as the Panthers ultimately ran off the final 18 points of the second quarter to take a 43-18 lead to the locker room. And that run continued for Schuylkill Valley coming out of the locker room with the Panthers' Lucas Spot scoring the first 5 points of the second half. And it grew to a 30-point advantage at 48-18 in favor of Schuylkill Valley. And that ultimately put the mercy rule in effect and a running clock for the third quarter and the entire second half. And Schuylkill Valley ends up winning it by a final score of 73-47. So a very impressive performance tonight for Schuylkill Valley on their home floor. And we are lining things up down on the floor. Rich Garcella is going to take things away. Rich, it's all yours.
Thank you, Bob. I'm here with Schuylkill Valley coach Taylor Grimm, Schuylkill Valley senior Cooper Hohenadel after the Panthers' impressive 73-47 win. Cooper scoring a career-high 28 points, was hot from the get-go. When did you know that you were on tonight?
I mean, just the first couple of threes I hit, it was like three right away, and then it just sparked me from there.
It seemed like your teammates were doing a good job of finding you. You were getting to an open spot. Am I right?
Yeah, and they always look to pass me the ball. We're good at that. We find the open person and get an assist.
How important was getting off to a quick start? You guys jumped out to a 15-0 lead.
It's really big because, when you get a big start, it's hard to come back from that if you're the other team.
Cooper, this victory tonight clinches a Berks playoff berth for you guys. You can't finish worse than second place in Berks 3. What does that mean for you guys as a senior, or for you as a senior, making the county playoffs?
I mean, it's big. We always like to make counties. Counties is like a warm-up for districts. I mean, if we win games in counties, we win games. Gets us better.
You guys have won 6 of your last 7 games. Do you feel like you're peaking at the right time?
Yeah, I mean, playoffs right around the corner. We're all clicking as a unit. Looks good.
Cooper, thanks a lot. We're going to talk to Taylor Grimm now. You said it was important. 15-0, I would say, is a very quick start.
Yeah, we ran right off the bat. We got the ball up the floor quickly, got good looks, got the ball in the paint. We had a little bit of a size advantage. We were able to get on the offensive glass. When we did miss, be able to get second shots. And then we got into our press, which gave them some issues early on.
Cooper has been your leading scorer, but tonight he was on from the get-go. Have you seen him shoot the ball the way he did tonight?
He's had other nights where he hits 3-4 in a row. Obviously not an every night kind of thing, but when he starts knocking them down, he starts looking to shoot, and if it keeps rolling, he just keeps going.
What I was impressed with, and Bob as well, you mentioned it, not only your defense, but your rebounding at both ends of the floor. Has that been a staple for you guys this year?
It's been a staple for us for the last 3 years. We tend to get about high 30% of our misses. On a good night, we're in the low 40% of our misses. We're not always the greatest shooting team, but we shoot them up, and we send our football players to go get the ball after we shoot them up.
Taylor, this win, you were a little worried because Oley if winning out, could have taken a spot in the playoffs, but you guys clinched the Berks Conference playoff berth. What does it mean for you guys to do it again?
It was one of our goals coming in the year was to get into county playoffs. It's usually one of the first goals that we try to hit in a year because division kind of stuff isn't over until the end of the year. It's nice to hit that, one of those first goals that you're looking for going into a year.
You guys have won 6 of your last 7 games. I asked Cooper this, peaking at the right time, because Bob and I were so impressed all game tonight.
Yeah, we're starting to get there. The pieces are starting to fall into place. Got guys in roles that they're starting to really the pieces are fitting. We got guys getting down the floor, getting good looks early. We got Cohen attacking the paint, making them get back and stop the ball. So the offensive end's really clicking right now.
Taylor, thanks so much for your time. Congratulations. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thanks for coming.
You got it. Bob, back to you.
Thank you very much. Congratulations to Taylor Grimm. He wins his 144th game as the head coach here at Schuylkill Valley, and more importantly, it locks the Lynx up for a BCIAA playoff spot. They have already pretty much assured themselves of the fact they'll be in the District 3 playoffs as well. Our Pizza Como postgame show, we'll have our Reading Fighting Phil's Player of the Game, our American Diner Play of the Game, and a whole lot more when we get back after this on WEEU in Reading.
Elite Fuel Services has been one of Berks County's best-kept secrets for more than 20 years. They're a full-service heating and cooling company. Not only do they deliver heating oil, propane, diesel fuel, and gasoline, Elite also has a full HVAC team that is ready to tackle any of your heating or cooling needs. Just a quick Google search away, Elite Fuel Service. Read the reviews and give them a call. You'll feel part of the Elite Fuel family, giving you the peace of mind you deserve.
Judd Firestone Plumbing is your trusted all your plumbing needs. With over 125 years of combining, team has seen it all, ensuring top quality service and expert solutions every time. From leaky faucets to the kitchen bathroom of your dreams, we handle it all with perfection.
Whether it's a sports banquet, a wedding, a corporate meeting, or event, or any charity fundraiser, the number one place for events in Berks County for groups of 40 to 1,000 is the all-new Redner's Event Center at the RFills. Go to rfills.com/events for more information, and it's pretty obvious who our player of the game was. Rich just spent some time talking to him, and that's a new career high for Cooper Hohenadel. And it started fast for Cooper. He had 3 threes in the first quarter and another one in the second. Had 22 at halftime, which was 2 shy of his previous career high. He had 24 in a non-leaguer against Upper Perkiomen, but this was a big one against Oley, and he finished with 28. And he didn't play the last.
I was going to say, he didn't even play the fourth quarter.
So it clearly could have been a 30-point effort tonight for Cooper Hohenadel. He was outstanding in a team effort concept as well, and that's why when we get to our American Diner Play of the Game, we always talk about runs in a game of basketball. Well, that's what did it for Oley tonight, for Schuylkill Valley tonight. The Play of the Game brought to you by the American Diner of West Reading. Whether it's a breakfast, lunch, dinner, or late-night snack, you'll find a variety of menu items and homemade desserts. American Diner serves breakfast all day, and dinner entrees include dinner rolls and butter, soup and salad bar, and a choice of potato or vegetable. It's a full senior citizen menu that includes a free dessert. Military veterans receive a 10% discount. Open daily from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. and serving the community for a generation since 1994. They always say in a game of basketball, it's a game of runs. Well, Oley fell behind 15-0 thanks to a run for Schuylkill Valley. The Lynx did come back, and they made it at least a competitive game at 25-18, and they had possession of the basketball. But Schuylkill Valley came up with a turnover and ultimately scoring the other way. Oley turned it over 6 times in the second quarter, and as a result of that, the Lynx never could catch any kind of a break as Schuylkill Valley finished off the second quarter on an 18-0 run and continued it into the third quarter by scoring 5 more points to start the third quarter. And ultimately, it was a 23-0 run for the Schuylkill Valley.
Usually, if a team has a 15-0 run and a 23-0 run, they usually win the game.
Yeah, that's a pretty good thing to do. And so it is Schuylkill Valley winning it easily tonight by a final score of 73-47. We'll take a timeout. Remind you, coming up tonight, the Scoreboard Show. And with Jeff Nolan and Matt Knob, they've got interviews set up with Violet Hauk for Wilson. A big night last night in their win.
Did.
And also with Brady Murray, who had a big night last night in Exeter's win as well. That's coming up on the Scoreboard Show after we sign off. We'll do that after we come back with one more timeout and a wrap-up tonight. Set you up for where we're going next here on WEEU in Reading.
Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is once again the #1 rated auto dealership in Pennsylvania. Thinking it's time to trade up for something newer? We offer the most insane trade-in values you'll find anywhere. Whether you're looking for a new or certified pre-owned vehicle, our dedicated team will make sure you drive away happy. Visit us today at savage61.com and see why we're Pennsylvania's top choice.
Looking for a game-winning play for your next tailgate or get-together? Score big this season with trays from Chick-fil-A. Delicious chicken nuggets and chicken strips, fruits and garden salads, chocolate chunk cookies, and their delicious mac and cheese. Make a play with Chick-fil-A and you'll be a winner every time. Visit Chick-fil-A at Broadcasting Square, 5th Street Highway, and Exeter Commons. Chick-fil-A voted America's favorite fast food restaurant.
If you are buying or selling a home, contact RE/MAX real estate agent Phil Macaronis. With over 20 years of experience and a member of the RE/MAX Hall of Fame, Phil does it all, from residential to commercial real estate sales. And with his large catalog of repeat and referral customers, you know you can depend on Phil Macaronis, no matter where you're looking for your next home. Call 610-670-2770 or call Phil directly anytime at 610-858-4555.
So we wrap things up tonight. Again, Cooper Hohenadel, our Reading Fighting Phil's player of the game with 28. He didn't do it alone, although for a while he was matching Oley point for point. Lucas Spots came up big in the third quarter as well. He had 8 of his 14 in the third quarter. He also in double figures. And for Lucas Spots, that's the 8th straight game in which he was in double figures. 8 for Logan Kamoff, 7 for Tanner Stouse, 6 for Irvin Ortiz, 5 for Cohen Gerner, 3 for Alex Garrett, and 2 for Zach Reeser. For Oley, they had 10 tonight from Evan Fisher, 9 for Luke Turchi, 8 for Chase Dominique, and just 7 for Ben DeBacco, who never really could get it going tonight for Oley. Couldn't get that three-point shot going, and Tristan McFarlane coming off the bench tonight with 4 and 2 as well for Aiden Richard and Oley's total of 47. 73-47, the final score. Schuylkill Valley wins it, and the Panthers rolling forward now. They have a game tomorrow, Thursday night, a non-leaguer against Tri-Valley. And then 1 week from tonight, they'll wrap up their regular season against Hamburg, looking for revenge. They lost to their arch rival in Hamburg earlier in the season, 65-56. They'll look for revenge on that. For Oley, they've got a game coming up next on Friday against Kutztown.
Like I said during the game, Bob, I'll tell you, Schuylkill Valley will be a very difficult out. They can surprise some people. And if a team takes them lightly, a team that's rated higher, they might be in for a long night because they've got athleticism. They play terrific defense. They're fast. They rebound the ball well. And obviously with Cooper Hohenadel tonight, they could shoot the ball from the outside.
So our next game is on Friday night. Again, we'll be at the Geico Complex in Reading as Wilson takes on Reading, and then we'll wrap it up 1 week from tonight. Our regular season coverage, that is, I guess, as the Wilson Bulldogs play host to the Muhlenberg Mules. That will be our final game of the regular season. Then we'll roll into the Berks County playoffs, the districts, and the states as well. Next coming up, rolling into the Scoreboard Show, Jeff Nolan and Matt Knob back at the WEEU studios for the Scoreboard Show. Thanks to Steph Deibler, the athletic director here at Schuylkill Valley High School, for the hospitality. Sean Tansky, again, is our technical director. For Rich Garcella, my name is Bob McCool. Schuylkill Valley with a win. The Panthers are 13-6 and 8-2 in Division III. They win it tonight over Oley by a final score of 73-47. Thanks for listening and watching the high school basketball here on WEEU. We'll talk to you right back here with more on Friday night.
You've been listening to High School Basketball on 830 WEEU, the voice of Berks and beyond. High High school basketball on WEEU is brought to you by
Adelphia Seafood, American Diner, Bachman's Roofing, Solar, and Remodeling, Chick-fil-A, Cross Keys Insurance, Diefenbach Snacks, Elite Fuel Service, Everything Printing, Houndstown Ready, Judd Firestone Plumbing, Kuhn Funeral Home, Overhead Door Company, Redner's Warehouse Markets, Remax Real Estate